Okay, Facebook. Fourth time is the charm, I hear. What I wanted to say before, prior to hanging up on you, was this thing about the pregnancy questions. And a recap for those of you who might have missed it is that I posted a picture of myself in my story, and I got actually a lot of questions asking me if I was pregnant. And my response to that is no, I'm curvy and fat, and that's all there is to it. But anyways, I gotta address that thing because I do believe that that's a big mistake that people in general are making. First of all, they feel entitled to actually ask somebody that question, which is weird because for a lot of reasons, many women and also men, like couples, they chose to wait with announcing a pregnancy due to the fact, for example, that within the first 12 weeks or so, you are at a greater risk of miscarriage because the fetus is fragile, more or less. So a lot of couples and women especially want to wait with announcing things like pregnancies and stuff. So that is one bullet point. The next one is sometimes women aren't as secure about their bodies and their appearance and their persona as I might be. I've done some serious self-work through like the course of many years. So I don't take offense if somebody perceives me as being pregnant. Pregnancy is a blessing for most people. And being able to conceive is not something you should take for granted. So I don't take offense. But I know a lot of women who actually might take offense for the simple reasons of A, they don't want to be perceived as fat. Because we live in a society that has this fat scare. And people are being seen as unhealthy because they're fat. And by fat, I also mean like larger, like curvaceous and like bigger, not slim and fit and super going to the gym all the time. So people do get body shamed for it. So asking somebody if she's pregnant, if she's not, and if she's insecure about her body is only gonna add to her insecurities, which you don't want to do if you're a normal, decent person. Second of all, there is this very common factor that a lot of couples and women have a difficulty ending up pregnant. And that depends on various causes, and you can't really generalize it. Of course, there are some factors that are more important than others in that case, but then getting the question of if you're pregnant, if you're trying to become pregnant, can be so hurtful. It can cause such a major distress and psychological like heaviness, or what I can call it. So for that reason only, you should never ask anybody if they're pregnant, or stuff like, okay, so when's the next baby due? Or like, are you planning siblings if you already have kids? Like, you should never ask people those types of questions if you're not super close and you know the person really well, because then you probably know already if they're struggling or their thoughts about it in general. I could ask my closest girlfriends, like, how, like, are you planning? How is it going? Is it difficult? Because they're my closest peeps. They're like family. So I could do that. I still wouldn't do it due to the fact that it's private, but I could. But getting the question on Messenger after you post a picture isn't something that anybody should be doing. So I wanted to address it because I think that's also a thing that guys in general, they go about it the wrong way. Guys are usually a bit more direct, and they try to communicate in a very direct, like non-fussy way, which I in general like. I have that communication style myself. But asking somebody if she's pregnant is not being direct. It's being stupid. It's being like, it's giving yourself the privilege of asking personal questions, which you're in no way entitled to do. So you shouldn't. And so I kind of want to address that because I do have a lot of male followers. And just once and for all, let you guys know that you do not go around asking women if they're pregnant. If it's obvious and they tell you themselves, then you can comment on it if you feel the need to. But just don't do it. Just leave people alone. The topic is people asking others about pregnancy, because it happened when I posted a picture of mine in my story, which I'm just curvaceous and fat and not pregnant at all. I don't even know if I want more kids. Raising 2 boys on my own is a task in itself. So no, I'm not pregnant. So I'm just telling people, you can go back and watch the rerun of the live once I finish it. The topic is about not asking those types of personal questions to people, because somebody less secure in their own skin than I am might take offense. So that's a quick recap for you that asked. So yeah, curves and fat. Most of us have it, and I'm gonna survive the war when it gets here. But anyways, I'm gonna go and eat some lunch and hang with my fam, and be mindful of the questions you ask people, because that is also a factor in dating. That is gonna either make you or break you when you're seeing somebody, especially when it's a new relationship. And since we all had Valentine's Day yesterday, I would really advise you to be mindful of your questions, because it can make you or break you when you're trying to engage with somebody. So yeah, that's another topic. I can get back to that actually. I have a lot of great examples, and I have a lot of really bad ones. Guys, you gotta step your game up, like seriously. And girls too. I shouldn't discriminate, but I am a heterosexual woman for the most part, so that's my perspective. But anyway, watch the rerun. Important stuff. And have a lovely Saturday. That's what I'm gonna have. And a lot of fun things coming up this week and the coming weeks. So just stay tuned.